Hey guys, what's going on? Today's video is going to be a tips and tricks video because I was thinking of a video idea on what my next upload should be, and I felt that this would probably be the best one because I have some tips and tricks to share. If you're a pub player or a solo player, I just have some things that I think could really improve your gameplay. I don't really think there's anything like a bad player. I feel like everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Like everyone's going to go down sometimes. But I feel like if you take these tips and tricks, it'll probably just improve some things maybe that you wanted to work on. Um, if you have any tips and tricks that you would like to share, please comment them below. I would like to see them. I like to know what you guys do when you guys play. My first tip and trick for solo players, like as I am, is basically just to train because you're not going to have to rely on anybody, and you want to make sure that you have really good weapons too. For solo players, I recommend that you want to have a light machine gun because they are just the basic heavy duty weapon and they pretty much get the job done quick. Another thing I recommend is you definitely want to train. Training really helps because it's good to just get zombies in like one concentrated area because then you don't have to worry about them coming from behind you. But if you're gonna like stand and shoot your train, just make sure you're watching behind you because sometimes the zombies can stray just like right there, and then they'll come from the back and try to get you. So you just always got to keep an eye out. The next thing I would like to say is if you're a pub player, just make sure that you're going to travel around with your team and really be a team player. Like you want to buy doors, you want to help around, you want to help revive people, get tickets, help build other people's wonder weapons, because it really would just help and get the game going quicker. And that is basically what you want to do, because you don't want to be on round 8 and still stuck in the spawn room because this actually happened to me before in the pub, and it was really weird, but yeah. Um, so the next thing I recommend is perk setup. When you're solo and you're going for high rounds or whatever, or just the Easter egg, I would recommend Up and Adams because it does give you the second chance, and you can get it 3 times too, so it is 3 attempts right there. The next one obviously is Tough Enough because you will run into problems eventually. Like everyone does make mistakes, and it's just good to, if you're able to like maneuver out of getting hit down, then like it takes more hits to get down and stuff. So it's just better all around. I definitely recommend quickies too because quickies is pretty good when you're running and you're training because you want to be able to just turn around quick after you reload and then just start like spraying the zombies away. It is really helpful. Another thing is you can utilize the slide as you're training zombies. Like right there, as before, it said that I crouched. That actually does happen sometimes, so you want to watch out for that. Like when you're sliding, I recommend you jump and then slide, because sometimes when I'm running and I press the slide button, it does put me into crouch. I have no idea why. I think it might be a glitch or something. See, right there, when I killed the brute, that's why I recommend the light machine gun, because it takes him out so quickly. But besides that, another perk I recommend is Racing Stripes. Racing Stripes is really good because when you're running away and then you see zombies coming towards you, you can maneuver your camera pretty well. That's another thing I want to talk about, the camera sensitivity. I'm on about a 5. I like it because it's fast, but it's not too fast where it's not kind of uncontrollable. I think that if you definitely want to dodge zombies, you have to have a high sorry, just messing up my words, a high camera sensitivity, because when you move your camera quicker in like the opposite directions, it does help. It is a big help. I've tried playing zombies on a low sensitivity, but it's just really not helpful at all. I feel like you just need a higher sensitivity on zombies. Maybe for multiplayer, you could have a low one, but for zombies, you definitely want a high one. Another thing I recommend is building the wonder weapons, or at least having the Pack-a-Punch starting pistol, which is the Kendall 44. You definitely need either or of these because if you're going to a high round, the Baby's Breath, which is the first pistol Pack-a-Punched, is pretty good. Whenever you're in a sticky situation, you can always just shoot down the zombies and stuff. And the wonder weapons, I recommend for solo the Discord because when you shoot them, they do spin and you can eliminate an entire train. It is pretty good for that, and the shredder's pretty good too. I like the head cutter because the head cutter, well, it's better upgraded when you do the Easter egg, the head cutter, when it becomes the guillotine, because the blast radius for when the zombie's head explodes increases a lot. And I think it might be the best wonder weapon when you get it pack-a-punch. Another thing I would like to talk about is the items you get from the souvenir machines. You definitely want to have just spare souvenir machines that have like a boombox in them or like a sentry turret. I really like the revocator too. The revocator is not that bad because when you turn one zombie, a lot of them just swarm for that one zombie. So it does give you some time to get away quick if you feel like you're going to get downed or if you're on red screen. You can just pop down that revocator and then you should be fine. To make a revocator, you need all three coins. All three green coins, sorry. It doesn't matter which machine it's in, just as long as they're all green, it's fine. Another thing I recommend is the boombox. The boombox is good for the Steadicom. I did recommend that in my video for the Steadicom defense. The boombox is pretty good because it does stall a lot of time. The sentry gun is pretty good, but it's not good as the rounds get higher. I do like it for Steadicom defense, but only in certain situations, like if I'm in the downstairs room where the racing stripes is. But besides that, on the higher rounds you go, you don't really want to build it. I would recommend the firework trap instead because it is better. The fireworks, for that trap you need 2 red coins and a blue coin. I do like the firework trap because it's not as long lasting as the sentry turret, but it does get the job done better. Like as you see, like I'm going to place down a sentry turret, and it really doesn't help that much. Like it does a little bit, but I feel like the LMG I have, the Mauler, is just does a lot more, and that's pretty bad because a sentry turret's supposed to be strong, but the light machine gun is more strong. Another thing I recommend is grenades. You definitely want to pick up good grenades from the bags. I was fortunate enough to get gas grenades. I feel like gas grenades are the best ones because you can put up a wall, and that wall will just keep all zombies out from that direction, and then you could turn around and shoot. I wouldn't. Well, you can do what I do and just use them in the beginning of the round. But if you feel like you're not that confident, you could just throw them whenever you're red screened, or do you feel like you're gonna get trapped by a train? That's another thing. Just make sure that you're keeping your train in an area where you feel comfortable. Right here in the Kepler, it's not that bad. You just have to be really quick, or you can just train them in the alligator's mouth, and then he'll just kill a bunch of them. It's pretty good. And that's all I have for today's video. I was gonna say that I'm going to be making a second channel for other games because this channel is all about zombies and stuff, and I love zombies. So my second channel is going to be about all of the games I play, like Final Fantasy 15. I've been grinding on that a lot. I really love that game, and just all other future games that come out that I really like, and other franchises and stuff. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. It really helped the channel a lot. Thanks.